Greetings, fools! I hope we're all as excited as I am for Tardis Wiki Roulette. The showstest with the mostest, from one coastest to the other stest. Yeah! Who's ready to spin the wheel? I know Alan's ready. Oh hi, how everyone doing? I hope we have suggestions. I saw that Xavier had a list. So I am excited and terrified in equal measure. Hello everyone. Hope we're all doing good on this wonderful, wonderful day. It really is a wonderful day as well. I hope we're all doing good. Yeah, why don't we get started with the Wiki Roulette? So, the way this works, if any of you are new, is that you put things on this very wonderful, very supple, very attractive wheel that we have right here. Okay, you spin the wheel. Let me just make sure the customization settings are all right before we proceed. Because otherwise it will go very poorly after spin. And there we go. Okie dokie. We spin it like this. It lands on a thing, in this case the absorber loff, and we look that up on the Tardis Wiki. It takes it off, and then we continue to proceed, and you keep on giving me stuff until we look at multiple things, basically. Let's see. Oh my goodness, we're already off to a great start. Add Gevity. Oh dear, one day it will land on Gevity. One day. Alright, okay, we are beginning. So I see Gevity there. I see quantum mechanics again making another appearance. The mad rush to put stuff on. What did everyone think of 73 yards, by the way? Let's confuse the chat by having two threads going at once. Wonder Chase. I see Wonder Chase. Video game. That's going up there as well. Very good. Canonicity. Love seeing a little bit of canonicity in the mix. Mar Baker. I see Mar Baker there. I put that one on too. I see Catboy. Oh, a little bit of Catboy. I put some of that on there. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, and I had an incredible time. It was awesome. D&D's the best. Right. Let's see. Where am I? The most canon man. The most canon man, and I also see Ram Ranch there. Ram Ranch, whichever way what it's supposed to be. Cabbages. I see cabbages there. Cabbages can go in. Aztec calendar will also find its way here. The Aztec clander. Oh no, that's not better. That's not better at all. Okay, good. Mentor, unproduced novel. Mentor. Mentor. We're doing great here. Unproduced novel. Fantastic. Okay. Complex space-time event. I see Popeye there as well. Space-time event. Isn't that from the Big Finish audio with the 7th Doctor? I don't know. Let me see. Oh no, there's so many. I haven't even put Popeye in yet, guys. Oh my god. There's already so many too. Oxbow Reality. I'm just gonna glance at the wheel at this point and put in what I can, because there's just so many. My god. You guys really came at it full-throated today. My goodness. Let's see. Laurel and Hardy. I'll put that on. Series. Specifically. Caldera. Okay. Caldera. Observer Effect. Put that on too. A lot of these seem to pop up a lot, I noticed, as suggestions. And I hope some of them, they get their day today. They get their time to shine, you know what I mean? Let's see. We did Catboy already. Well, I can't remember it, so it's fine. And it means I'll come up with new and exciting commentary. New and innovative and cutting-edge content. Right here, Something Blue Audio. Make sure to subscribe to the channel or whatever. I don't care. 73 yards calls me and a buddy to light up a normal non-Doctor Who chat with insane rambling, ensnaring two innocents in our lunatic conversation. Wonderful. That's what I like to see. Good on you, Toyota. Monitor broke over the weekend and I had to get a new one, but it's a better one, so it's fine. Well, I'm glad that you got a better monitor. I'm very happy about that, Cookie Boy. I'm sad that your old one broke, but I'm happy that you got a new one. Aristide Twain in universe. Oh god. Okay, we can do that. Have we done Lucifer? No, we haven't. We can though. We can absolutely do that. Xavier. What are you doing? Prince Andrew. Oh. It's a good one. I like that. Oh, and Mission Find Lilith webcast too. Okay. Mission Find Lilith. Awesome. We are doing, by the way, guys, we're doing Wikipedia Roulette on Thursday. So make sure to pop in for that as well. I'm taking a break from writing Doctor Who from scratch this week, and we're doing Wikipedia Roulette on Thursday. So that should be pretty exciting as well. Mission Find Lilith. Bessie, come home. At what point is this enough? What else have we got? Shirley Temple. Okay. Let's see. Bessie, Yellow Edwardian Roadster. I'll just put Bessie on. We did Rules of Confinement. It was a pretty good one. I'm not seeing any others. Oh, I'll put Taylor Swift on there. And I'll also stick in a few random pages as well, just to like mix things up and make sure that we have some hazard spins going on as well. I think that's very, very important. Hate is good. Nicki Minaj. I will also add Nicki Minaj to the wheel. There we go. I think we're about ready for our first spin though of the night. What do you guys think? You ready to spin the wheel? I know that Alan is ready to spin. Alan has been waiting for it all night. All night. Everybody write all hail the wheel in the chat, and then I will proceed to spin the wheel. Alan. All hail Alan. All hail Alan. All hail Alan. Let's spin the wheel. Laurel and Hardy. Nice introduction to the insanity that we are going to be going through tonight. I'm sure. Imagine, if you will. Just try and comprehend for a second, if you will, a normal episode of this show. Got you there. It doesn't exist. Okay, Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy, otherwise stylized as Laurel and Hardy, is a series which began with a series of silent films, later sound films, starring the titular characters Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, portrayed by their real-world counterparts, Laurel and Hardy. The series later gained appearances in various other pieces of media, such as DVD releases and a comic strip published in TV Comic. Some years after the duo's real-life death, the comics being created by Larry Harmon. The duo and their work have been referenced several times in Doctor Who universe media. The TV comic iteration of Laurel and Hardy has also had crossovers with the DWU. Crossovers! The series' TV comic iteration gained some brief crossovers with the Doctor Who universe. The first of these crossovers occurred in the board game TV Comics Counter Game, published in the TV Comics Holiday Special 1968. Midway through the game, the Diddy Men from Diddy Men may stop to listen to Doctor Who playing his recorder. Shortly after, they may stop to lend Stanley a handkerchief. I'm just imagining a load of like little dwarves with P. Diddy's head. That's what I imagine the Diddy Men are, basically. The following year, in the TV Comics Special 1969, the game Basil Brush Goes Rent Collecting was released. Fairly late into the game, Basil Brush, from Basil Brush, may encounter Laurel and Hardy, from Laurel and Hardy, who pay the month's rent in advance. Shortly after, Basil may have to travel back a few spaces to avoid Tardis. Oh dear. So that's what a Diddy Man looks like. Okay, look at this little rapscallion right here. Look at this little guy. This little guy right here. I don't know. He looks like he's up to no good with that top hat, full of hopes and dreams. Let's see. I mean, there's the one that everyone knows, obviously, from like the Matt Smith era, where Matt Smith jumps into the Laurel and Hardy film and, you know, just like graffitis all over cinema history. I love that bit. It's great. 10 out of 10. Game of the year. IGN. We don't do context in this place. Context is for cowards. Context is for people who don't like to be terrified all the time. And if you don't like to be terrified all the time, I don't have fucking time for you, okay? Get out. Get the fuck off my stream, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. In the TV story, The Impossible Astronaut, the TV story, Impossible Astronaut, contains a scene in which the 11th Doctor dances alongside Laurel and Hardy to the song Shine On Harvest Moon. The footage of Laurel and Hardy used in the TV story was real-world archive footage taken from the film The Flying Deuces, which is in the public domain, because the BBC is cheap and doesn't have any money. Pros. In the novel Time Worm Exodus, Ace compares the appearance of Heinrich Hitler and Hermann Goering together to that of Laurel and Harding. I love the 90s. The 90s was such a time. Wasn't the 90s a time? Wasn't the 90s, right? I know this might be a hot take, okay? I know this might be controversial. I know this might rustle a few jammy jams, but I personally believe, and I will put my hand on my heart on this, because after all, I'm a free speech warrior. Wouldn't you say that the 90s was one of the decades of all time? It was a period of 10 years, which was preceded by the 80s and went before, preceded the 2000s. That's my opinion, and I'm willing to die on that hill, and so help me God, if you think otherwise, I don't know, you might just be insane. Okay. I really like this Laurel and Hardy one. I think it's a really good one to start with. In the pit, the 7th Doctor and Bernie Summerfield attended a Laurel and Hardy convention in Ulverston. Saying Laurel and Hardy, like, repeatedly like this is really, really, really fucking difficult, though, and, like, it's killing me. Stan Laurel's real-world place of birth. The Doctor is mentioned to have been an old friend of Laurel. The real-world Laurel and Hardy film, Sons of the Desert, is also referenced. In Business Unusual, the 6th Doctor has a complete collection of Laurel and Hardy films on Betamax. It's a bit weird to me that the Doctor is good friends with them and also, like, has all their shit and is, like, a fanboy and stuff. I don't know. It's a bit odd. Do actors do that? Do, like, famous actors do that? Like, have all of their friends, like, stuff on, like, DVD? Is that a thing? I suppose nowadays it would be Blu-ray, wouldn't it? Oh, I remember a time when we just used to scroll on caves in Oz Blood. It was good times. A lot of people died that year. In Revelation of the Daleks novelization, the characters Lancelot Takis and August Lilt are mentioned to have impersonated Laurel and Hardy as entertainment for troops serving in the Peninsular Wars on the planet JJ-33. In the Big Finish audio story Daughter of the Gods, the 2nd Doctor berates the 1st Doctor for getting him into another fine mess, an homage to the classic catchphrase of Oliver Hardy. The phrase, "There's another fine mess you've gotten me into," was often spoken by Hardy to berate Stan Laurel whenever the pair ended up in a comedic situation in many of their films. It is also the title of one film, Another Fine Mess. The revelations we're getting today, man. Incredible, incredible. When is the weird thing gonna happen? Because I know there's always something. I know there's always something in these fucking articles. I'm waiting for, like, Stan Laurel assassinated JFK or some shit, because I know it's coming. I know that the whammy is on its way. In the webcast Doctors Assemble, each incarnation of the Doctor appears in a group chat on the TARDIS scanner. The Doctors only appear via voiceover, being represented each by profile photos. For the 11th Doctor, the photo used was an image of him appearing alongside Laurel and Hardy. The photo of Laurel and Hardy used for this was a publicity shot for the 1928 short film The Finishing Touch, with the 11th Doctor superimposed on it. Oh, dude. NATO and Kosovo. Yeah, man. Remember NATO and Kosovo? Ah, good times. Good times. Man, the 90s was the best. The best. Shit was, like, so simple back then. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's totally not because I was, like, a little baby in the 90s. I didn't realize how complicated the world really was. No, it was the best. The 90s were not the best. I know, that's the joke. That's the fucking joke. You were young. I know. I was just making a better joke about that. I am very aware that the 90s were not the best and I was just young. Having said that, 90s cartoons are fucking better than 80s cartoons, and I will sit here and argue that until the end of time. And to be honest, 2000s cartoons are probably better than 90s cartoons. Because writing for TV, just like everything else, like advances over time and we get better and more advanced at it and shit. And if you don't believe me, look at all the classic Doctor Who episodes where the Doctor and the companion get captured and then escape and then get accused of being a spy and captured and escape and then accused of being a spy and then captured and then escape, and then there's a confrontation with the monster and the Doctor wins. You know I'm right. I do not believe any of the decades to be good. Yeah, but, like, it's fun to rank things. It's fun to, like, we could do, like, a decades of the 20th century tier list. I would probably put the 1940s pretty low. Same with the 1910s. Not the best periods. 2010s and 2020s animated children's series are great, yeah. Some decades are worse than other decades, for sure. Yeah, that's also very true. I don't know, man. What the fuck? Hang on, I have to read this comment. I have to read this comment. Because Jesus Christ. You're here since you're a filthy word cell. Just a question. Do you know what's causing people to treat power differentials as first order moral consideration? That's a really good question. And what I wonder is if that is just something that's baked into the psyche of British people, like inherently. Because, you know, I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll, so I kind of see it from both sides. These kids are so damn lucky in that one regard. What one regard? What one regard? Because I'm not reading all of the comments. I need to keep talking or there's dead air. It's really hard to keep up with the chat and also keep talking so there's not dead air. Man. Anyway, let's see. There actually isn't. Oh my god, there's no like. I just read ahead and there's no like whammy on this one. Oh man, just a normal TARDIS Wiki page that's pretty well put together. Shit. Well, that was fun. What do you take me for? Oh, Wince's sociologist? Ask me what Voltaire thought about the quality of imagination, and I'm your man. I mean, I have theories, but my expertise doesn't enter into it. I love my fucking chat so much, man. Alright, let's spin the wheel again. Let's spin the fucking wheel again. Alan deserves to be spun. Alan needs to be spun. Alan is sitting there, quivering in anticipation. Oxbow reality. Whatever that is, I'm about to learn a thing. I love learning things. Oxbow reality. Oxbow reality. Oxbow reality. What is this? I don't know what any of this is, but I have a feeling. I'm seeing the 8th Doctor there already, and I'm already like, ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's a political consciousness and a very accurate one. Okay, let's check this out. Can I tell you a take I have, by the way? An opinion that I have that will definitely get people getting mad at me again. Can I give you my opinion? I'm giving you my opinion because I'm actually the one running the stream. Ha! Fuck you. I like the 8th Doctor enough, but I think a lot of people, especially a lot of like more casual fans, the 8th Doctor, they will say the 8th Doctor is their favorite Doctor because the 8th Doctor is the only one who's a classic Doctor, but also pretty like a New Who Doctor. So they get to have a Doctor who's pretty like a New Who Doctor, but they also get to have cred by saying that they like a Doctor who's kind of sort of a classic Doctor. I think there's a lot of people who do that. I think a lot of people do that. Because there's no way, like, there's people I've met who, like, haven't seen Big Finish, but they say 8th is their favourite Doctor, and it's like, what, off the TV movie? Of that 5 minutes you got in, like, the Stephen Moffat fucking wrote? There are a lot of Doctor Who fans who are just horned. I agree! There's a lot of Doctor Who fans who were just into the show because of Horn. I completely agree. I mean, Colin Baker is pretty damn attractive. I agree. Colin Baker is like a sexy man. But the thing is that Colin Baker is like niche sexy. Paul McGann is wide appeal sexy. You got to empathize with the average audience member. What? Excuse me. What are you implicating about yeah. You see, that is the common response is to me. Yeah. What do you mean? What are you implying that William Hartnell isn't a fucking snack? Yeah, I know, guys. I know. But like at the same time, like Peter Capaldi is a beautiful man, and these people all thought that he was hideous. So like, these are not people who like have a very fair beauty standard. And I'm looking at it through their lens, and it's not a very nice lens. It's a very, like, grotty lens. But, I mean, they also represent a significant portion of the fan base. We definitely felt it when they stopped watching after Doctor Who became about a bunch of sexless homunculi who just stand still and exposit dialogue to each other like Skyrim NPCs. Troughton was absolutely Troughton was actually really, really fucking handsome and incredibly charismatic. I've seen some of Troughton's headshots. He was a very, very sexy man. That is definitely true. In fairness, McGann is very attractive. Yeah, no one is questioning that. Yeah. Wilderness doctors should be their own category. Yes, that is also true. And you know, Davison's the most obvious pretty one of the original bunch. Kind of, but like not really. Because I feel like Davison is pretty, but he's not like Paul McGann pretty. I don't know. There's tiers. There's tiers of how pretty someone is. All the doctors are good looking, but then there's McGann who's on his own like spiritual plane. I mean, I think it's more about like how beauty standards have evolved, because like McGann is very pretty in like an extremely like 90s way, and the 90s was the time of like the metrosexual, so there's inherently like there's kind of like a thing about that like transfers over more to like modern day. Like McGann is like pretty in every era, whereas some of the others you can't necessarily apply that to. You should watch the McGann cat on stream. Gatwa is objectively the most attractive doctor though. Facts. That is not what we're talking about here. We are not ranking them. That is not the point I was making before, but I am glad that we have got onto this conversation about it. Capaldi is also very attractive as well. Capaldi is Gutwa is hot, but I am not a fan of his dress sense. I am. I love it. I think it's great. I love that they're trying to have a doctor who's like fashion forward again. It's good shit. I think that's a very well calculated move, to be honest. Because you'll tolerate it and watch the episodes anyway. You know what I mean? But there's I know that we don't like it. No, get this. Have you ever seen a fashion show, Xavier? Have you ever actually watched like what those people fucking wear down those catwalks? I know it's all clown shit, but you know what? It sends a certain signal to people who are in that subculture, and they like that signal. And people like you and me, right? Now, personally, I like fashion, so I like what he's doing. But people who don't give a fuck about the fashion, right? They're still gonna watch the episode, whether he's wearing a more regular doctor-y outfit or whether he's like wearing something that's kind of like not. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm very aware that like this particular run of Doctor Who, the Doctor and the Companion are basically a series of marketing decisions more than like a character, at least for now. In terms of how I'm kind of looking at them, because like they had to bring the show back and like make it successful again, and I did see that more people are like watching again, so that's awesome. I'm really glad Boom and the 73 Yards seem to have like revitalized people's interest in it a little bit. It's more the designer got drunk on moonshine and high on huffing paint fumes, creating something in their weird stupor before collapsing into unconsciousness. I agree about Ruby, but 15 has tons of personality. Shooty has tons of personality. Shooty is like one of the best actors to ever play the role. 15, I think the character progression has been very good. I definitely think 15 feels like they're post 14 and post 13 and like post 12. In fact, one of my biggest complaints about the Chibnall era is that 13 doesn't feel like a post 12 Doctor, and 15 absolutely does. No, I don't. I think in terms of like base characterization, yeah, he's great, but I need to dig a little bit deeper into that. I think that the most we've seen of that so far has been Boom. I think in Boom we really saw some like other shades of the 15th Doctor, and it was very cool. I should probably read the article now, guys. To be fair, 15's first outfit in 73 yards was my favourite so far. I like his outfit in 73 yards. It reminded me a lot of Sarah Jane. Reminded me a lot of Sarah Jane in the Sontaran thingy. The Sontaran experiment. That one. Yeah, that one. Okay, let me read this article about the Oxbow reality. We should probably try and get things back on track, people! An Oxbow reality, also referred to as Oxbow timelines and Oxbow worlds, was a type of reality created as a side effect of discontinuities caused by the rewriting of time. With enough rewriting, these sequences could be slowly detached from the main body of causality. The 8th Doctor once proved to Sabbath Dell that the universe only split into parallel universes after major decisions, that the minor decisions with little effect on history, such as choosing one newspaper over another, only cause the universe to naturally loop within itself, then coalesce into a single path, leaving behind Oxbow lakes of might have been. I like that. Oxbow timelines were one way for things or people like Horsekinder to survive the erasure of timelines. The Great Houses and Faction Paradox hold that the Malak were the result of Oxbow-style aberrations in time. I like the idea of this. I think that this is one of those things that actually cleans up a lot of stuff in Doctor Who. Look, I'm missing angsty Time War 9, but Lord Gatwa just shields the show every time he's on face. I don't know. I think that that's still in there. That's the thing. I'll talk to you about it in a minute. Let me read the end of this article, and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Scarf. We'll talk about it. Alright, so if a person was trapped in an Oxbow, depending on their levels of narcissism, they could be left completely unaware of their separation, enjoying their own personal heroic victory. Some thinkers believe that the war in heaven could spontaneously resolve itself if its most narcissistic participants were quarantined in this way. Grobfather Morlock wrote an entry on Oxbow realities for the Book of the Truce. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Doctor Who, the TV show Doctor Who, and the 15th Doctor, and maybe some theory crafting along the way, because I might have some theory crafting along the way. I think I know who the one who waits is. I think I figured that out. Hear me out, people. Okay. Okay. I think that with the 15th Doctor, can't we spin Alan? We can in 1 second. Okay, he didn't get it. I didn't get what Alan first. Alan can stay first. I think they're doing a 7th Doctor thing with the 15th Doctor though. I think that he's starting out all goofy and shit, and then they're gonna get like fucking twisted with it, because there's so many parallels to the 7th Doctor era, like in this one. I'm the one who waits. I prefer how the multiverse works, with every iteration of history as its own universe, even the tiniest, such as an ant moving a millimeter in a different direction. It's more existentially terrifying that way, I guess. The joke is that the entire TV show is an Oxbow timeline. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a dummy. I'm thinking about Oxbow realities is the implication that New Who, where everything revolves around the Doctor, has been an Oxbow timeline. all along in which they trap the Doctor. Oh! That goes into what I was gonna fucking say. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck the wheel for a second. Okay. I think the 7th Doctor, I think they're taking lots of influence from the 7th Doctor era, and I think that there's a very strong possibility in terms of if the one who waits is a thing from existing Doctor Who, it's probably Femric. It's probably Femric because they're doing the old gods thing. Fuck you all! Let me do my theory thing. God damn it. God damn it. I was gonna make a video about it as well, and then I decided against it, but it's too late now because of you fucking ingrates. Okay, I'll spin the wheel. Alan is waiting in the walls like an evil chocolatier. Okay, how about I just end the stream instead? I'm making that fucking video now. Have you done the unknown? I have done the unknown, yes. Do it, Cal. No, I'm going to make you sit here and listen to my fucking fan theory. And you're going to like it. And I'm not going to spin the wheel. We're just all going to sit. I could just sit here and it could all be dead air. Because you don't tell me what to fucking do. Good, I couldn't remember. Alright, let's just spin the wheel. Fuck you guys. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Thank you for saying that, Xavier. Yeah, there's loads of really interesting deep thematic connections that I wanted to talk about as to why it probably is Femric, but you will get to miss that now because you wanted the wheel to be spun and I didn't even notice which thing it picked. Femric has the Mavitas. That's very true. It's very true. Oh, thank God we dodged it. I like that. I feel like Femric doesn't have the recognizability of certain other gods, though. I mean, it doesn't really need recognizability, though, as long as it has a sense of scale. I think you get like a turn into like the dark tone of shit with Femric. You dodged nothing. You got a BBB profit. That's good. All right, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why real quick, okay? And then we'll let you see this, okay? It's a thematic thing. It's a thematic resonance thing, okay? It's because the toy maker wouldn't play the game with would like avoid the game with the one who waits because they would have lost, right? So the implication is that whatever the one who waits is like better than the toy maker at games, okay? That's the one piece of concrete evidence that we have about who the one who waits is, okay? So the Doctor has beaten the toy maker at games straight on, fair and square, right? You know who fucking the Doctor hasn't done that with? Femric. With Femric, the Doctor played chess with Femric and lost, okay? That's the first thing, is in terms of like whatever power scaling Doctor Who has, Femric is above Toymaker in the beating the Doctor at games power scale, okay? For another thing, like, they're above the Toymaker in terms of, like, the general power scale, and they're one of the only things that really is, okay? Especially one of the only things that has any kind of recognizability, or is, like, well regarded, okay? And the other thing, for me, twofold, two more connections it could be. Femric is all about like bloodlines and shit, and a big storyline in this is the Doctor and Ruby having like family connections and stuff, so it would fit into that theme. It would tie that loose end up. And also Roger Ap Williams' plan to like nuke the world is literally what Femric wanted to do, okay? Same outcome. Also, and I think this one's really important. You know how the show's breaking the fourth wall so much, right? You know how the show keeps on doing like meta shit, right? If they're all about the meta shit, and meta shit is how they're gonna like, represent like godly magical power being used, which I'm fine with, okay? Wouldn't it be incredible if the first, like, main arc villain of Bad Wolf's Doctor Who was a literal bad wolf? Come on! There's, like, so many, like, linking things, and I always believe that any more than 3 is a pattern. I don't know. I think there's a very strong chance. And I see Sutek. I know a lot of people say, like, Sutek and shit, but I don't really see the connection to Sutek beyond, like, Sutek having a high power level, him having a high number. Like, that's all Sutek's connection really is. And the fact that a lot of people, new technical term, meta shit. Yeah, meta shit, yeah. It's really fun to say as well, meta shit. I'm the single person betting on Schalke. Why did Ace tell Fenric the winning move? Is she stupid? Fenric would be immensely cool, but I think they're going to do something wholly original. Probably. Sadly. You're probably right. You're probably right. Which is a shame, because I think Fenric is mad, like, marketable. Because you get, like, a sigil you can make that's just like a wolf. You get the Hemivores, which are, like, merchandisable, because they're, like, minions and shit. Like, Fenric is quite interesting, because Fenric is both, like, an abstract Lovecraftian entity, and also has a load of shit you can make merch out of. So, I don't know. And I think it's worth building up, like, older stuff that's not as well regarded. RTD strongly hinted it would be a returning god from the classic series in DWM. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. I really think it. There's a strong possibility that it might be. So what did I miss? Prince Andrew? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Can we do Prince Andrew? Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for indulging in my juvenile tantrum there. I'm glad I got to do my fan theory. You're all better people than me. All right, let's do this. Let's do Prince Andrew. That was a sentence and a half, wasn't it? Was mighty amusing. I'm glad it was mighty amusing. But yeah, you fucks don't give me orders. That's not how this works. I will just plot my fucking feet. It's not how we do things here. Gotta remember, I'm a British American, so like half of me ain't gonna stand for that shit. Half of me is trying to shoot the other half of a fucking musket at all times. Okay, Prince Andrew was a member of the British royal family. When he married Sarah Ferguson, Melanie Bush's family missed the wedding because her grandmother had lost the key to the cupboard the television was in. The Sixth Doctor told Mel that Andrew and Sarah eventually divorced. Mel had believed they were as strong as couple as Charles and Diana. You fucking idiot, Mel! Is she stupid? Yes, Scarf. Memorable quotes from Tardis Wiki Roulette. Let's do Prince Andrew. I can sweat. You have two wolves inside of you. They're trying to shoot each other. That's how we introduce Fenric and New. Oh, dear. Incredible. I still think it would happen. I still think Fenric is a possibility. I think he's a much stronger possibility than like anyone else that you could name. Because like, I know everyone says Sutek, but I mean, for starters, Sutek isn't really like a god. They're just like, they're like Frieza. They're just like an alien with like crazy key powers, basically. And also, they were kept at bay by children's games, too. And I mean, Omega is just a guy. He's just a Time Lord, and a loser one at that. I'm spinning the wheel now. Gravity! What's gravity? What have you done to me? Oh, Time Lords are... No, they're not. Time Lords are not gods. They're sufficiently advanced aliens. They're like upper mid-tier. Or they should be. They should be upper mid-tier. The Time Lords shouldn't be among the most powerful things in, like, a universe. They should just think that they are. What is a god? That's a good question. Boo! Jevity. Okay. Thank you. There you go. That's it, right? Time Lords created the universe as we know it. And? So? Time Lords have main character syndrome. Absolutely they do. They're absurdly strong. Are they? Are they? Are they? We just ignore... No, you can't ignore the television series. Because, like, for every single, like, incredible thing, for every amazing feat that you give the Time Lords, right? Every incredible, like, offensive feat that you give the Time Lords, they also, like, lost to the Sontarans in the TV show. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. None of it matters. Because, yes, they can do all the crazy things that they can do in the novels, but they also can be beaten by the Sontarans. The TV series just recently said that they're higher dimensional life forms. Yeah, that you can kill with bullets. They're not that crazy. They're not like... I get that they're capable of doing insane intellectual feats. I get that they're capable of building crazy machines. I get that they have, like, time sensitivity and stuff. But, like, a farmer with a shotgun also has a pretty good chance of just getting lucky with one. And, like, you know who you can't say that about? Fucking Femric. Fucking, Sutek, honestly. And he's not a fucking god either. You can't kill them with bullets. Yeah, you can. Absolutely you can. I tell you what, you shoot a dart. And thank you, Stephen Moffat, for, like, establishing this. If they start regenerating, you just keep fucking shooting and they die. Like, if you interrupt a regeneration with bullets, that's it. The Time Lord can't do shit. They just die. They just drop. That's it. Not in my stories. It is canonical. It is canonical. Right. And that, I'll tell you what. Right? Like, how is it silly? That makes perfect sense. If they can just keep regenerating no matter how much damage that they do, that's silly. They can make the bullet cease to exist by preventing them from being made to begin with. I mean, look, honestly, yeah, just like... This is like Lovecraft fans coping with Boku. I know! Thank you! Someone else gets it. Like, guys, there's a pretty decent chance, right? There's a pretty decent chance that I could kill the Doctor with a knife. Okay? Like, this is the thing. Yeah, they're incredibly powerful, but they're also really, really squishy. And that's fine, because that makes it more interesting. I like it, the fact that they're incredibly vulnerable while also being incredibly powerful. I think if you take that away, they're far, far less compelling. Especially when the main character is one of them. Like, if the main character just can't fucking die, then why should I watch? Think about it, guys. Like, really think about the consequences of what you're saying. It's funny how you can kill them during regeneration, but immediately after they're indestructible during their first 15 hours. That makes sense. It's like an adrenaline boost because they're straight out, so they're way more like vulnerable and stuff. That makes sense to me. If you try and think of Time Lords as like living creatures, that makes sense, especially because it was genetically engineered into them. The main characters can't die though, Doctor Who would end. I know, but we're talking about a hypothetical world where no one has plot armor and the Doctor is just getting out of these scrapes because he's that good at what he does. The only reason that him being that good at what he does is impressive is because someone could just walk up to him with a machete, slice his head off, and then that would be the end of Doctor Who. Otherwise, if he could just sprout a new head and then be fine, like there is no tension there at all for like a regular viewer. Like whatsoever. He has the amazing ability of plot armor. Yeah, exactly, he does. Because that's how stories work. Yeah. The Doctor can teleport with his mind, he just chooses not to. Then that means that every time a companion is like in danger and the Doctor chooses not to do that, the Doctor is being evil by choosing not to do that. Can you read Jevity? I can. Before I say, just like how, you know how the Doctor can Kamehameha someone with regeneration energy because we saw it happen in Matt Smith's last episode, and 13 learns about this timeless child, so she learns that she can just do the boom with regeneration energy whenever she wants. Anytime they're threatened in any way, and she doesn't just Hadouken the villains into the next room, she is making a morally irresponsible decision. And so is 15, by the way. The Doctor should just be regenerating every 10 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to read Jevity now. Oh dear. I will read that in a bit because I have stuff to say about that in a minute, Xavier, by the way. But they want me to read the article about Jevity, so I'll read the article about Jevity first and I'll get back to it. Jevity, alternately rendered as Jevity, was a seemingly ubiquitous fizzy drink that existed in multiple universes. The drink's name also temporarily replaced gravity, seemingly due to the actions of either Epsilon the Watcher or one of his followers. In an action evidently creditable to Epsilon the Watcher or one of his followers, the name of the drink temporarily replaced gravity. The brief interregnum followed a controversy involving the 14th Doctor and Donna Noble, where they inadvertently diverged. And didn't we do this before? Sir Isaac Newton's coining of gravity to mavity. And while a time interventionist attempted to... Yeah, someone tried to change it, and they changed it to Jevity, and it caused, like, a bunch of shit. I remember this now. Yeah, it's from your book, isn't it? In one universe, while Jenny Everywhere was in Willie McDuff's chocolate factory, she noticed polystyrene cups containing a splash of fizzy liquid placed around a black table, in a futile attempt to imply that the contents were the results of the wacky chemistry, an illusion which wasn't helped by a plastic Gevity bottle rolling around under the table. Peter Griffin's universe! Speaking to an unknown audience, Jenna Everywhere began promoting Gevity. She shifted from Infinite to Peter's universe and handed Peter a can in his home. He tried the drink despite never hearing about it before and was unimpressed with its taste, with rock music inexplicably playing. Jenny then shifted into another universe where another Jenny had lost her friend. The foreign Jenny asked the other Jenny why she was sad and she wanted to explain about her loss. The foreign Jenny dismissively cut her off and claimed that the other Jenny was sad because she didn't know the angelic taste of Gevity. The sad Jenny took a sip of the drink, finding the taste to be merely alright, but the foreign Jenny claimed that she and Jenny's mood had been significantly improved. Concluding, the foreign Jenny sung in rhyme and told people to drink Gevity. That was good. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh dear. Peter Griffin's universe indeed. I thought that was pretty shocking. How are you guys all coping with the fact that Time Lords are little bitches who can get killed with guns? How are you all like coping with that information? those facts that you can't ignore. When referenced without context in Love and War, Jevity is a reference to the unreleased webcast 4/1/1978A. The webcast, which underwent pre-production November to December 2021 and was filmed in January 2022, would have revealed that Jevity, or Jevity as it was then known, was an energy drink sold by Epsilon Enterprises during the Winter of Discontent in 1978 to exploit the strikes. The webcast would have been framed as a light case file compiled by Crux following their investigation in 1985, including a live-action advertisement where John Brown, the company's CEO, promoted the drink's benefits. While the webcast was set for March 2022 release, it was ultimately cancelled despite being completed due to varying factors. In 2024, Xavier Llewellyn, hey that's you, released a post on the official Realms of Ink website detailing the webcast production. What is this about? Jevity's first mention in a completed story was Love and War, where its name was shown to be replaced that of Gravity temporarily, evoking the scene in Wild Blue Yonder where the 14th Doctor and Donna Noble inadvertently caused Isaac Newton to name the concept Mavity. Sweet. Are we ready? Gevity is a drink, best one ever invented. Oh, it sounds delicious. Let's spin the wheel again, shall we? I'm on mobile, so can't easily check our thing. I liked who was it that said that it was like watching a bunch of Lovecraft fans reacting to the boat in Call of Cthulhu. It's really true. That was you. Yeah, Toyota. Yeah, that was like the truest shit, man. That was amazing. I wanted to say about that. The thing I always point out about Cthulhu and the boat is that, yeah, Lovecraft describes his monsters as like, oh, they're unknowable and they're more terrible than anything you can ever imagine, and they're more disgusting than the pus from 1,000 ingrown hairs. But you know what? He also talks about black people that way, so maybe they're not actually that tough. I don't know. This is kind of my take on H.P. Lovecraft. Anyway. Well, I could disregard licensing, but then the people would disregard me. Oof. I'm a writer, I do what I like within the constraints of licensing. Oh, dear. This thing I can't describe, I'm gonna spend 4 pages describing in great detail. Oh dear. Oh god. I like when they go, whoa, Cthulhu was tired. Okay, let's spin the fucking wheel again. Oh god. You never know what you're gonna get on TardisWiki Wiki Roulette, man. Caldera! Ooh. Calderi wary. Be wary of the Calderi. Oh, fuck you. Okay, I'm going to teach some people a fun lesson about the TARDIS Wiki. If you see the home world, it's war and heaven shit. So when I see that, my butthole does a little clench. Okay. I'll read the fucking stupid 90s volcano article. The caldera was a sacred area of the homeworld that acted as a node point where all lines of historical influence converged and one could stare directly into the heart of time. It was a crater created by the first emergence of the Izgoroth into the universe. The great house's citadel was built over it. It was located on the site of the machine heart of the anchoring of the thread, where the center had been the obelisk channeling the power of the Eye of Harmony. The untempered schism, a gap in the fabric of reality, was later located in the heart of the caldera. A null zone connected to the caldera site used machinery to draw out data from across space and time, and was also the only place where new time ships could be constructed. The cloisters, which were the physical form of the Matrix, were directly connected to the TARDIS. What are these? I'm not reading all of this. What are they? You've lured me. You've forced me. I feel like the Doctor and Boom right now. This is exactly as bad as being stood on a landmine. You people. What have you done to me? Okay. You should read the Origins and Caldera on Earth sections. Okay, I can do that. Okay, Origins. The Caldera was created on the day of the anchoring of the thread in a special ceremony. Elite representatives of each of the ruling houses gathered, with Rassilon at the machine heart on the homeworld. Rassilon used the Great Key of Rassilon to activate the Eye of Harmony, effecting the anchoring. However, the moment of strain allowed a primal manifestation of the Izgoroth to break through from another universe. As it broke through, the entity destroyed the machinery, and it was commonly understood that this had created a crater which also had a wound in space-time itself, the caldera. So it's a crater. It's literally just a crater. And the Time Lords are being uppity about the fact that there's a crater on their planet that something fell through. I'll be back in a second. I'm right though. I'm back. Between the war in heaven dismissing Fenric and praising Time Lords, we've wounded the man. Yeah. That's what it is. I totally didn't just need to pee. And then when I came out to pee, I was like, oh, I feel like a peanut butter cereal bar. So, here we are. Okay. Yeah. Now read the Caldera on Earth section. Evil cat. Oh, you fucking people. Alright. I'm glad I get to provide entertainment for all of you. One of you, when I do Wikipedia roulette on Thursday, which you're all coming to, of course, one of you better suggest jizz, because I mean that's the first thing you do, right? In contrast to the Book of the War's description of a single emergence point, A one faction paradox influenced account of the start of the war against the great vampires, shown to the 8th Doctor's companion, Sam Jones. Can I just say, by the way, you know the idea that before Doctor Who, there was a time war between the Time Lords and the great vampires? That is lore that the new show needs to implement. They don't need to take anything else from like the War in Heaven stuff except that. I am not a Star Wars guy, but I know the saga of the breastplate. I'm gonna be doing a different alright, so yeah, the show's gonna be called Wheel of Fandom, and we're gonna do different fandoms every week. But we're gonna start with Star Wars while I like figure it out, basically, and like figure the format out, and then we're doing Star Trek the week after. And then you guys can suggest fandoms for us to look at on like weird wikis and shit. There's a penis page saga. Alright. In contrast to the Book of the Wars, indeed, Rassilon created the Earth as a hard matter shell to conceal the anomaly. What? According to the shift, human civilization right up until the 21st century showed every sign of being... Hang on! So, like, am I right in saying that Russell T. Davis, he insists that he's never heard of the War on Heaven, did everything he could to decanonize it, and then ripped off everything from it and simplified it? Because this sounds an awful fucking lot like the Rachnos in the Runaway Bride. Like an awful fucking lot. What do you mean here? Yes? Oh my god. Oh dear! Have I uncovered Pandora's box? Is this something that no one's meant to know? Because, like, I joke that Russell ripped off the War in Heaven, because, I mean, they're both Time Wars. But this is specific shit. This is really specific shit. It's the same. And I'm a writer, so I know how tropes work. I know it when I fucking see it. No, it was Moffat who ripped it off. Look. You're gonna have to educate me, lads. The Doctor Who General Wiki is not the TardisWiki. Wiki. Is the Doctor Who General Wiki the old, like, shitposty wiki that got taken down years ago? Is that the one? I've heard of that one. Okay. You're a writer, this hasn't come up before. I do audio dramas! I am the Answer Doctor in the Answer Doctor Adventures. I make fan audios. Because I don't have the confidence yet to write originals. But I'm getting there. Yeah, I write weird, violent, funny Doctor Who fan audios. My doctor is like a goth jock, basically. He's really, really sad and really kind of violent at the same time. And my companion has anxiety. It's a good show. It's too late to see. I was too late to see the DWG wiki, sadly. The Walking Dead wiki are cowards. See, I want to learn about all these wikis. Oh my god. I found like an old archive. Can you spin Alan? I can spin Alan. It's been a little while since we span Alan. But yeah, no, that's wild that like Earth is just like a caldera ball. Okay. Let's spin Alan. Let me get back onto Alan. We haven't finished reading Caldera on Earth. Alright. Alright. I know there's a way to make both of you happy. I'm not spinning Alan yet. You're fine. Okay. According to the shift, human civilization right up until the 21st century showed every sign of being distorted in certain specific ways, consistent with being built over the caldera. This abruptly stopped in the so-called ghost point, at which humanity's progress halted for reasons which scholars found difficult to explain, failing to achieve half-inched by the great houses and taken back to their own planet, thereby usurping humanity's potential to become the masters and designers of history. This would have been confirmed. Oh! Oh! Fuck! Sound is back. I'm glad the sound is back. Oh my god! Wait, so humans were supposed to become Time Lords, but the Time Lords, like, colonized time? Basically? Oh no. I've been on the DWG wiki for 5 seconds and I already want to leave. Kinda, it's weird. It is weird. It's kind of interesting. Huh. I'm curious about that. Alright. This would have confirmed a form of the Younger World story. Indeed, the 1002nd Night, an apocryphal fairy tale plotted on Earth to give potentially biased clues about the motivations of certain parties within the war, related how the cauldron of creation was made after when the world of the Jinn, here meaning the Isgaroth, was destroyed, and Allah, here meaning the houses found. Jesus Christ, 90s Doctor Who writers. Placed within it an infinite blackness at the end of days. The tale said that Allah would dissolve the world in the cauldron pod and create the new world. High doses of cope wiki seems a bit odd. What are you guys talking about? What are you jibber jabbering about now? However, Iblis, the leader of the Jinn, this is all. Let me see. The shift observed that if a party managed to drill the caldera out of the earth before the point at which the ancient homeworlders would steal it back and bring it back to the homeworld on the day of anchoring, that person would usurp the usurpers and unwrite all of the house's history to its original corporeal form. It discovered that this was part of Lolita's agenda via her human persona as an American political candidate, but was turned into a shift before it could report this to its superiors. Cope is the most powerful force in the Doctor Who universe. It's what the Time Lords use to deflect bullets. Oh man, I don't know. I can see the heady temptation of wanting to turn the Time Lords into like space gods and stuff, but at the same time, like I think the fact that the Doctor has like boundless intellect and boundless story solving power, like his power level in terms of his ability to influence a plot is immense. So having him be vulnerable enough to where most things that can kill a normal human can kill the Doctor, it's one of the things that makes Doctor Who like good. If you lose that, it's a bit like giving Batman superpowers. I think it breaks the balance of everything, like, way too much. Anyway. But the Doctor is a rubbish space god. The Rincewind of space gods. He's bad at god stuff. And so is the Master, though this Master is slightly better. Yeah, but like, then why do the Doctor and the Master continuously make the other Time Lords look like punks then? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't track either, unfortunately. It's tricky, you know what I'm saying? Someone's saying that makes sense, however what? Give it to me. Give it to me straight, you two. Time Lords can be space gods, but the Doctor can be vulnerable. He's half human. I'm saying, yeah, no, that's fair. Or the other way you could look at it is that, go on, carry on. I'll let you carry on, actually. What is this, though? No, he has a point. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I would be more repetitive, but I would really like to see more wiki pages than debating. Is that rude? Does that sound rude? No, it doesn't sound rude, actually, and I appreciate you wanting to hear your voice get heard. That's okay. This fits into the Greek parallels like Omega and stuff. I'm sorry I'm late, Ryan. I was working on content for you. I like when the Doctor is simultaneously the most and the least powerful of the Time Lords. Me too. That's kind of what I like. We'll get into it another time, I think. But for now, I think people want more wiki pages. So let's do more wiki pages. Skadoosh. What the... Complex space-time event. Complex space-time event. We are so off topic. Being on topic is almost off topic. Yeah, I know. I know, exactly. I kind of feel like that's part of the appeal of the show, personally, but that's just me. But yeah. The main thing is that the Doctor and the Master have the gall to do things with their power other Time Lords from previous generations were powerful but supposedly restrained. I like that idea a lot. I think that's pretty interesting. Okay, complex space-time event. Right, here we go. A complex space-time event, or complicated space-time event, was an individual of such blinding historical importance that they appeared bigger than whole worlds on the Great House's charts of the Spiral Politic, a symbolic map of history which normally focused on the relationship between the interlocking timelines of whole planets. The term complicated space-time event was coined by Professor Arthur Candy, who believed the Doctor to be the most complex space-time event that has ever been anywhere. Highly skeptical of the Doctor's morality, Candy believed that as a CSTE, the Doctor warped reality around him without even needing to make explicit alterations via time travel, explaining how everything usually worked out for him in extremely hostile environments. As such, like all CSTEs, he could not easily be studied because his very presence altered the way you thought. That's an idea that I really, really like. And I like the idea that the Doctor has become like essentially a god of causality. Not because of any inborn thing, but because of the idea that they've done so much and they've achieved so much. The Doctor is not like a broken character. The Doctor is a character that's at level 300, basically. Multiple instances of alternate timelines in which the Doctor was killed prematurely resulted in stars burning out across the universe, reflecting the blinding historical importance in which the CSTE represented. Before his regeneration, the 12th Doctor acknowledged the danger to his first incarnation, choosing to die before doing the thing that he was supposed to do, and after spending some time resisting regeneration, even if it meant his final death, ultimately conceded to the TARDIS that the silly old universe still needed saving, and they get it all wrong without me. I love Twice Upon a Time. This fits in with the evil of the Daleks, where the Daleks say the Doctor has become more than human, presumably due to time travel. Yeah. Stephen Moffat does that. I know! And it's one of the best things about Stephen Moffat's writing. It's a way to make all the different like time travel-y things like make sense. Right, the 7th Doctor once identified himself as a complex space-time event, audio afterlife. An older version of the 7th Doctor, while interacting with his younger self's companions, said that he was an extremely complicated space-time event. When I.M. Foreman watched the 8th Doctor relax in his sleep, she thought that for a moment he looked more like a person than a complex space-time event. The Meta-Crisis 10th Doctor remarked that he was a complex space-time event in conjunction with Donna Noble. The 11th Doctor later described himself as a complicated space-time adventure, adding that, as such, throwing himself into a crack of time would satiate it for a while. River Song claimed to also be a complicated space-time event, but the Doctor claimed that she was nowhere near complicated enough for this purpose. A swarm of weeping angels taken together, on the other hand, just about added up to the equivalent of the Doctor's complexity. It's pretty interesting. I think that's pretty interesting. The 13th Doctor once remarked that she... Oh my god, are we back? Are we back? Oh my god, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? The Nymons do indeed have a plan for all of us. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh my goodness. Let's begin. We have returned indeed. If you're reading this, you've been in a coma for almost 20 years because of a car accident. We don't know where this message will end up in your dream, but we hope we're getting through. Alan returned, Woo! Hey, wake up from your coma. Your mum misses you. She's really scared. They're having a very hard time coping without you. You need to wake up now. Anyway, welcome back to the TardisWiki Wiki Roulette, the show where we spin at a wheel. Let's spin the wheel again. More wheel spinning, less nonsense, here at TardisWiki Wiki Roulette. Hoppa! Oh yes! Wonderful! Oh dear. It's Popeye time, guys. The moment finally came. I know that you've been wanting this one. For a show where we spin wheels, let's spin the wheel. I did spin the wheel! And we spun the wheel and it landed on Popeye. And now we're on Popeye. Popeye was, by differing accounts, either the eponymous character from the comic strip of the same name, or a real individual who fought with Brutus. He had massive biceps. Oh, this one's going to be a good page. It's how Popeye fought in the war in heaven. Popeye enjoyed spinach and had a girlfriend called Olive Oil. Oops, it ended for a moment. Oh no! Oh, you people. You ruined it. You ruined it. Oh dear. We'll be back in a second, everyone. Those of you whose stream just got prematurely ended. Oh god. He had massive biceps. Popeye once fought with Brutus, during which the Keystone Cops may have arrested Brutus. During the Diddy Men's hike, they may have helped Brutus out of a hole, with Popeye glaring back at them. When Basil Brush went rent collecting, Popeye may have fed him spinach, with Basil proceeding to move further along the path and collect rent. While the TV terrors were hunting for autographs, Popeye may have taken them sailing and brought... This is like a fever dream. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to any of you? Like, why? Other references. The 10th Doctor described Popeye as being hopelessly addicted to spinach and skinny women. Popeye is the main character of the Popeye series behind the scenes. It's funny. Alright, let's look at another one. Why do people climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. Did you not like to hear about how Popeye might have done things because it's from a game? I do! I did think that was kind of cute, actually. You have to understand that, like, when I'm being all grumpy and shit, like, part of that is me playing a character. Part of it's real, but part of it is me playing a character. Definitely exaggerated for comic effect, you know what I mean? It ended again? Oh no. You'll be able to catch the VOD, I guess. We're about to spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, people! Random page! Ah, I love a random page, don't you? It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. Alright, let's check out a random page. Dodged it again. What did we dodge? Lucifer, Lucifer. Oh dear. Okay. Sure was a brand which had products in MA local supermarket in 2021. In the real world, Sure is Rexona's brand name in the United Kingdom, Ireland, and India, and is usually used on deodorants. Oh, fascinating. Okay. Let's do another one of these little guys. Okay, let's spin the wheel again. That was a banger of a random page. Absolutely. Oh my god, we landed on it! Ah, magnifique. No! Guys, what are you doing to me? What the fuck is this? I will return in one moment, and then we're digging into this shit. My god. What are you doing to me? What are you people doing to me now? What are you reprobates putting me through? Nothing could have prepared me for the image. I know! What is going on? Let's find out. Lucifer is the main character of a very cheap so-called spin-off of Faction Paradox that didn't actually have the Faction Paradox license. He's ridiculous. Okay. So, like, he's someone who's basically tried to force himself into Faction Paradox. He's a bit like the Animus Doctor in, like, Doctor Who fan Doctor circles. He's played by the only remaining BBV fanboy / employee. I think this dude is subscribed to me. Oh my god. I think I know who he is. Oh god. At one point in his life, Lucifer somehow returned to Earth to take to a place he believed was called Kingdom United. He began filming a short video on a street about his hunt for his friend Lilith, mockingly mimicking the guy who told him to find her, as well as detailing how people he worked for wanted him to find Lilith, else they'd destroy Babylon. Although Lucifer was inconsistent about if Lilith could be killed or not, he was also disappointed he didn't have a photograph of Lilith to show his viewers. Concluding, he revealed that he had a lead on a cult which may lead him to Lilith. Later, while editing his video, he noticed that Giles had crossed the street behind him, and upon reaching the other side, had watched him without talking to someone on his smartphone. This is insane! This is really hard to get through, because it's really boring, and also insane. Lucifer was impetuous and childish, mocking people he didn't like with inane impressions. He was inconsistent, stating contradictory information, but ultimately seemed to be happy-go-lucky with a desire to help his friends. Lucifer appeared to resemble a regular human, wearing a brown parka and black hair, as well as having a wiry beard which he was seemingly unable to shave. I'll look at the info box. Species, Lucifer species, affiliated with people Lucifer worked for, a guy. Planet of origin, Venus. First appearance, Lucifer. Appearances, WC Mission, Find Lilith. Main actor, Trevor Spencer. We're annoyed that we have to wikify this. This is what it looks like when a wiki editor is angry that they have to write about something. Malicious compliance for the win. Oh! Open the gallery? Okay. Where's the gallery? Where is it? Is it here? Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. We're cooking, guys. We're cooking with gas. What is this? Oh dear. Also read the captions. Okay. Alright, so back on Earth, Lucifer mockingly imitates a guy. Lucifer caresses his beard as he confesses his inability to shave it. Lucifer gives a thumbs up. Lucifer shrugs. Lucifer shrugs once more. This is fucking amazing. Official BBV. I feel like this is what it's like to shout out at an episode of Dora the Explorer. I just want to know what's going on. I'm very confused and scared. It's like a self-parody. Is it? Is it? Okay. Like, I can't tell if this is a joke or not. Very weird, guys. Very strange. I'm gonna spin the wheel again. I think we should look at another wiki page. This is canon! It's done entirely... Fucking hell, really? I mean, having to shout gallery and captions to get your attention. It's like a self-parody, but not on purpose. Spencer is just weird. I know a few people like that. Less said about that, the better. Play the music there. Shirley Temple! Okie dokie, let's have a look at Shirley Temple. Boom. Shirley Temple was an individual in Earth popular culture. Melanie Bush believed that her mother, Christine, had an image of her as some sweet, naive little Shirley Temple. After Terry Robson warned his Uncle Pete against touching a Zeranti-infected cod. I love how I struggled more with Robson than Zeranti. Pete remarked, "Don't tell me you're as much of a lass as Shirley Temple." There was a drink named after her, made of lemonade and grenadine. Pros, walking to Babylon. Behind the scenes, Shirley Temple was an actress and later politician and diplomat. Her career has not been mentioned in Doctor Who universe sources. Let's spin the wheel again! Alright, let's do this. Yeah! Oh my god, yay! 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 I hope you guys saw what it landed on. Everybody's least favorite Doctor Who monster. I know. Oh god. Something bollocks bollocks. Ah! Oh joy, joy. What did it land on? Ian Levine! Ian Levine! Ian Levine! Oh! I had a fucking thing once with someone where they were part of a Doctor Who group that was a little bit making fun of the disabled people. And they said, "Well, you're not exactly clean, are you? You make fun of Ian Levine, and Ian Levine is a personal friend of mine." Doesn't that just fucking say it all? The Absorbaloff himself. Ian Levine has made several contributions to Doctor Who. He composed the theme music for K9 and Company and was also the producer of the 1985 charity single Doctor in Distress, releasing on his label Record Shack Records. He was also the co-producer of Downtime and contributed to Doctor Who The Unfolding Text, and later received thanks for works on Ian Chesterton and Introduction. I think it's really interesting with Ian Levine that he could have been remembered as like one of the coolest people in like the Doctor Who fandom like history. He could have been like that dude and he fucked it all and it's all his fault. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty interesting. During an interview for the DVD documentary Genesis of a Classic, Elizabeth Sladen swore in response to a question he asked about the clothing of Sarah Jane Smith. The clip gained some attention among fandom social media circles during 2021. Ian himself responded, claiming that the response was a light-hearted joke between the two of them. I don't know, she seemed pretty annoyed. Oh dear. Disputed claims. I got in an argument with Ian once. Does this make me canon to the TardisWiki? Wiki? I think it does. I think it does. He couldn't have been remembered as cool. He could have. He fucking could have. He could have done it. According to himself, he was the unofficial continuity consultant for Doctor Who in the 1980s, apparently leaving after the casting of Bonnie Langford. In the documentary The Missing Years, he also credits himself with personally saving the entirety of the Daleks from destruction by BBC Enterprises. As of 2022, neither of these claims have been corroborated by any other individuals involved or any relevant documentation. He has also claimed he co-wrote Attack of the Cybermen, although Eric Sayward disputed this. According to Richard Bignelli, Levine has also claimed that Sayward was to write a story for season 23 called Gallifrey, but Sayward was also disputed this claim. Levine has also claimed that a storyline for the unmade season 23 story Yellow Fever and How to Cure It was written, but Big Nail was noted that there was no evidence such a storyline document was commissioned from Robert Holmes, and has taken issue with Levine's claim that the Rani could not have featured in said story if created, as documentation exists to show permission was received from Pippa Jane Baker to use the Rani. Okay. I didn't know that those were the initial disputes. I just know him from chat. According to himself. It's his own account. Yeah, I know. That was pretty sweet. I enjoyed that a lot. Yellow Fever and How to Cure It would be a great real edition. Let's do that next week. Remember it for next week and put it on. Spin the wheel though. Random page. Random page. All right. It's time for Fandom Rage on a random page. Random page. I'm doing it right now, people. Don't worry. Bo, Day of the Cockroach. Colonel Bo was a human who in 1982 hid inside a British nuclear bunker because he thought there was a nuclear war. However, this was just an illusion created by giant cockroaches who wanted the humans to stay in the bunker so they could use them as a food supply. When the 11th Doctor, Amy Pond and Rory Williams, arrived, Bo thought that they had killed Sergeant Trott. Later they said that the Doctor, it didn't matter if they were guilty or not, he would shoot them anyway. Since the nuclear war seemed to be outside, they couldn't open the bunker and they didn't have enough food for Amy, Rory and the Doctor. Bo was killed and eaten by cockroaches. What a grim fucking story. I can't believe this doesn't mention the Absorbaloff allegedly being based on him. Allegedly, yeah, fucking allegedly. God damn it. Alright. My source is that I made it up. This happened to my friend once. It's fucking funny. Catboy! 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 I love Helsing Ultimate! Catboy! This is gonna be great. Oh. Oh dear. Chris Schway spent some time as a catboy with tufted ears. Tufted ears. Alright, let's spin the wheel again. Catboy! Speak! Splink! Splink! Let's go! Yeah, splink, 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 splink. Everybody type splink in the chat. And also type Zack Snyder in the chat. Let's get a little boosty boost. Green Cross Code was a campaign for pedestrian road safety. When Iris Wildtime and the Third Doctor were honked at when they ran across a road, Iris remarked that they had forgotten the Green Cross Code. The Doctor was unaware what she had meant. When a bicycling Melody Bush hit the Sixth Doctor, she asked if he ever learned the Green Cross Code. Bicycling? What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, I said Saranfi right, and then I fucked up bicycling. Zack was Splink Snyder. I love that everybody types Zack Snyder in the chat has become a thing now. The 8th Doctor quipped that a Cusk who had stepped into the path of and subsequently collided with his Volkswagen Beetle had... I find the red text very hard to read. I'm sorry, guys. Volkswagen Beetle had clearly never heard of Splink. When Noah Holland warned the 12th Doctor not to run across the road, the Doctor remembered Splink and all that. When Noah was confused, the Doctor admitted he didn't understand it either. The Doctor also said they should bring back the Green Cross Code, man. True. In 1976, John Pertwee appeared in a public information film for the Green Cross Code that introduced the mnemonic Splink. First, find a safe place to cross, then stop. Stand on the pavement near the curb. Look all around for traffic and listen. If traffic is coming, let it pass. When there is no traffic near, walk straight across the road. Keep looking and listening for traffic while you cross. There you go. Oh, I did some stuff for you. I did the voice. Let's do another one there. Let's make another one happen. Okay. More wheel spinning. Wonder Chase. Video game. Wonder Chase. Video game. On the TardisWiki. Wiki. Peak gaming experience. Oh no. Oh no. No, hate this! Wonder Chase was a video game exclusively published on Roblox on the 5th of April 2024. The game was officially licensed by the BBC and made extensive use of their television programs, including Doctor Who, Match of the Day, EastEnders, and The Next Step. It's like actually embarrassing, guys. Like shit like this makes me embarrassed to be a Doctor Who fan. I hope you can understand that. First edition. It's the brand new sticker game hunt from BBC Official. Your mission is to find all hidden stickers across 5 different worlds. Fucking kill me. Beat the obbies, master parkour, team up with friends to get the ball into the goals and discover even more fun challenges in each of the worlds. Fun is a relative term there. Collect stickers, 80, to unlock new abilities and level up your skills. Will you be the first of your friends to find them all? The next step challenge for you to race against the clock in Festival Park. Teamwork will help you solve fiendish football puzzles in Total Sport. Doctor Who has landed! Meet the 15th Doctor in the Deep Space Zone. Shrink down and collect all the animals in Tiny Planet. Collect coins to buy hearts that let you swim to new places in Wonder Central. Come back soon for free UGC and more stickers! Yeah, it sounds great. They did an official mod. This is killing me, guys. I'm putting on another one. Official BBC Doctor Who, like, tie-in stuff like this is like more stickers. Fucking, that's like the bottom of the fucking barrel, man. Something blue, this game is peaking. I will not hear any disrespect towards it. Okay. I like wanted to die while I was reading that. I don't know. I think about the fact that like the BBC has Doctor Who and it could do like cool games, and instead it makes that shit. And like Doctor Who is both the thing that the BBC like needs to survive in the current TV market, and also they're incredibly fucking embarrassed by it. I think is really sad. You want to die from cringe? You know I want to die from cringe. Give me an article. Do it. I'm sorry that I like well thought out gameplay. Maybe it is good. I don't know. Let's look on the random page. You okay, Luna? You having dreams? Oh, Luna? My dog is having a very intense dream right now. Right, Luna? Just checking on my girl, making sure she's okay. She's just a sleepy one. Cliff Chapman is an actor for Big Finish Productions. That's your random page. Lego Dimensions is the best Doctor Who game, and this will likely always be the case. Just gotta accept it. Maybe. Jason Momoa saying, "Hello, Robloxians," made me want to smash my head against the wall. Oh dear. Okay, let me look at something. Alright, why don't we spin the wheel again? We've almost done 2 hours now, so imagine if it landed on yet another random page. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that just be something? Lego Dimensions was the only good Doctor Who game. Keep going, Alan craves more content. I know, I can see that. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics, or quantum theory revealed that particles change their behavior when observed. NG theorized that the experience of shoulder creeping was related to quantum phenomena. Quantum theory was one of the subjects. Oh, did I not? Ah, you fools! Quantum theory was one of the subjects studied by Susan before she and the First Doctor settled at Totter's Lane. In the 20th century, the standard way of thinking about quantum mechanics held that things did not objectively exist in the universe. There were simply probabilities of things that may or may not be the case, and may not be measurable. Only the presence of a conscious observer, it was held, could collapse the possibilities until one of them is perceived to be the case. R.B. Nevitt speculated that the primacy of observers entailed that it was the meaning that it was fundamental in the universe rather than matter, leading to the creation of biodata theory. Okay, been a while, still on the wheel. I'll give it a second. Give it a second. The Wirren were keen on gaining knowledge, including quantum mechanics. While waiting for Clara Oswald to finish her day of work at Coal Hill School, the 11th Doctor read a book on advanced quantum mechanics, which bored him after he failed to find Wally anywhere and had to resort to reading the text. The 12th Doctor thought it was adorable that quantum physics was taught in universities on Earth. Dr. Errol Courtney was frustrated when the Cough confirmed that she didn't have any knowledge of astrophysics or quantum mechanics, but tried not to show it. The 2019 Companion Chronicles audio series Daybreak, the Varden invasion of Mirth, established that fixed points in time are only created once a probability waveform has collapsed. This is a reference to wave function collapse, a concept in quantum mechanics. This is when a wave function in a superposition, i.e. with multiple possible quantum states, is observed, and this collapses into only one possibility. NG in Scrape Lane is stretching its own meaning of observation. In the context of quantum mechanics, in the real world, a measurement in quantum mechanics is not usually taken to be the same thing as mere observation through sight. The Von Neumann-Wigner interpretation, treating the entire experimental apparatus as a single quantum state, would have been an equivalent usage of the term, but that is the only outliner. Hey, that's my BTS. Sick! Shout out to Soto. Okay, let's spin the wheel again, shall we? Yes, why don't we just do that? It's our BTS. The most canon man! What is this one? You all seem very happy about this one. Okay, let's take a look. I have to read this book. I guess you do. I don't know what it is. Hang on. The most canon man. Oh, you were in for a treat. Am I now? I'm looking forward to it. I like a good tasty treat. Alright, I found it. Sick. Let's take a look. Ooh. Ooh. This looks fun. The most canon man was the self-acclaimed representative of every spin-off, whom Koloff assumed to be a spokesperson of Archbeetle Press or writer. He was dark and slant lumpy figure without human joints and radiated a rainbow glow accompanied by shadows and ink. He wore a jacket resembling that of a salesman. The man first emerged from a pile of nothing in the Plume Coteries library in front of Callum, Marta, Sokolov and Rich, appearing to do the live choreography to Ram Ranch before announcing Canon and introducing Noodle. Before vanishing. After this ordeal, the group noticed that every book in the entire library had been given Noodle-related titles. What? How to appear Noodles in several uneasy lessons. That's what this is from. Cool. Not going to pretend I understand it. Not going to pretend it doesn't frighten me a little bit. I'm just going to spin the wheel again and we're going to move on like nothing happened. Just like this. Cabbages. Okay. Cabbage. Let's take a look. Cabbage was a type of vegetable. The air of Bellefonte smelled of boiled cabbage and boiled eggs. The Sixth Doctor's companion, Perry Brown, saw a giant snoring red cabbage in a dimension created by a personal reality warp, comprised of her idle thoughts, and kept a cabbage leaf in his sea chest. According to one account, the Ninth Doctor, Jack Harkness, and Rose Tyler defeated the Nestine Consciousness and the Autons by throwing cabbages at them. However, in other accounts, the Nestine was defeated when Rose knocked a vial of anti-plastic from... Actually, I think you'll find in the real canon... However, in other accounts, the Nestine was defeated when Rose knocked a vial of anti-plastic, it was near some of the dummies when they began to die, nearly hurled from the smell, which he compared to cabbage. The 10th Doctor defeated the glutenoid with food blocks, one of which tasted of cabbage. The planet Tyro was home to giant cabbage plants. The First Doctor took shelter in one during his journey to see Argoron. After letting off a loud fart at Parkvale Comprehensive School's assembly, Headmaster Greg Blakeman claimed that his wife had given him cabbage and bean tartlets the previous night, which he cited as another reason to despise Jamie Oliver. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's spin the wheel again, because that can't be the last one. I refuse. There we go. That's an incredible climax for this one. Okay. Last one, guys, because we can't top this. Last one, peeps. Like Dr. Knife is the main contradiction. Some sources say... How do I spell your name? He went. He vanished. Aristride, where are you? I'm gonna put Swain in Universe and see if it pops to it. I know it's you, and I don't know how to spell your name. Oh God, I'm trying to copy and paste it off of the app, but the new messages keep happening there. Oh my God. Here we go, I found it. I got it. Now we're cooking my gas. Okay. Yeah, I made it. Alright. Scrooge of House McBadger was the Archon president of the 507th Homeworld. It was rumoured that Scrooge was not his true name, but the only alternative which had been found was Aristride Twain, which was deemed preposterous. It was also rumoured by the Circle of the Innermost Archons that Scrooge was in fact a metafictional agent of the adversary. Not here yesterday, and if you're lucky, not to be here tomorrow. A. Twain wrote The Cactus and the Corpse, which was published in 2023 by Archbeetle Press in Horrors of the Archbeetle. Olivia Craig Vorderman cited it several times in her essay Love and War, a medical... Marissa would find the story in the Plume Cottery's library while searching for something to read, but as it contained material about her, she knew it wasn't a good idea to read it. Walderman, in the self-same essay, also referred to any of her readers wishing to learn more about the Space Lords or Fractalites in Twain's works postulated in 2024. A further one of Twain's works cited by Walderman was The Girl Who Came to Xmas, again published by Archbeetle Press in 2023, but this time the Book of the Snowstorm. Walderman cited it with regards to an old Britannic war god. And then a lot of Noodleman stories being credited with. I will read your appearance though before I cup off for the night. Scrooge wore a top hat, glasses, and a suit rather than the traditional ceremonial robes of the Lords of the Morning Star, as, by all accounts, House McBadger was unique to his homeworld. And on that note, I am going to have to bid you adieu. This has been Read the List of Stories. I will read the list of stories, you wonderful, wonderful people, because I love you all so, so much. Alright, I'm gonna do this. This is for you, okay? We're taking it on. Aristride Twain was further credited with The Noodleman Cometh, Noodleman Realms of Noodles, Noodleman Book of the Noodle, Genesis of the Noodle, Resurrection of the Noodle, Anti-Disestablishmentarianism of the Noodle, Noodle-Iron, Noodle Box the Noodle, Noodleman Book 1, the Griddle, Noodleman Book 2, Out of the Better, Noodleman Book 3, we have to split this one for length, Noodleman Book 4, Noodles, and 10,000 Noodles. Pros, how to appear noodles in several uneasy lessons. Here you go. I read it. I did it. There you go. I'm good to you. Okay. This is the noodle and the wheel. Yeah, make the wheel cannon! I will see you all later. This has been Tardis Wiki Roulette. Stay safe. Remember to look both ways and splink! And I will see you all on Thursday for Wikipedia Roulette. Bye!